Hi, I'm Tyler, and welcome to another episode of my Christian Media Week reviews. Each week I take 5 releases, be it LCBs or singles, and after I listen to them all week, I come back here in our review and I share what I think about them. So without further ado, let's get to this week's first release. Jon Reddick's debut album, God Turn It Around. Jon Reddick's debut album, God, Turn It Around. Let's dive into it. So, good songs here overall, I would say. But there were definitely some songs that I was more into than others. As for vocals here, his voice did come to grow on me. But at first, I thought his voice was a little softer than I wanted. I want a little more oomph. But overall, I came to eventually appreciate that he has a good voice here. And as for the styling here, worship with strong gospel elements and some degree of pop contemporary influence. And as for the lyrics here, love the lyrics here, definitely. Jon talks about putting all our hope in the name of Jesus, whose miraculous, saving and healing power is over every dark mountain to turn it into breakthrough, as he showed when he defeated death. Up next, Canyon Hills Worship's new single, Mercy of Jesus. Canyon Hills Worship's new single, Mercy of Jesus. Let's dive into it. So, good song here, stylistically, has an upbeat contemporary sound that reminds me of Casting Crowns' song, Nobody, from a few years ago. Which is why I like this song, because I really like that Casting Crowns song that it reminded me of. And as for the lyrics here, pretty good lyrics here too. Talks about laying down whatever burden, no matter how heavy, at the mercy of Jesus, whose unending and limitless love has the power to heal what's broken. Up next, Dee-1 and Damar Jackson's new single, Priorities. Dee-1's new single featuring Damar Jackson, Take a Chance. Let's dive into it. So, pretty good single here. Stylistically, we have hip-hop rapping in the verses from Dee-1, and then we have an R&B singing hook from Damar Jackson. And instrumentally here, we have synth, piano, and drum. And as for the lyrics here, pretty good lyrics here. Dee-1 talks about how both he and his wife work hard to chase their career goals, and that's good. But Dee-1 wants his wife to follow his leading to make sure that they both put family over work. Up next, Spencer Kane's new album, Take a Chance. Spencer Kane's new album, Take a Chance. Let's dive into it. So, pretty good album here. Stylistically, contains elements of hip-hop, pop, and R&B. And as for lyrics here, pretty good lyrics here. So there are two different themes that this title, Take a Chance, represents. Two different ways this theme of Take a Chance is manifested, so to speak. So most of the album talks about how Spencer feels like it's his time to take a chance on reaching his community with the incomparable love and grace of Jesus that can save us from drowning in sin shame. And then the few other songs talks about how Spencer talks about how he feels bad that he can't change his past, but he hopes that his wife takes a chance on him wanting to be a better man and helps him to beat his mistakes. Up next, our last release for today, the self-titled debut album of Disciples' worship side project, Honor and Glory. Honor and Glory, the self-titled debut album from Disciples' worship side project. Let's dive into it. So, pretty good debut album here. Stylistically, the worship sound takes on elements of rock, pop rock, and alternative rock. And as for the lyrics here, love the lyrics to this album. Honoring Glory, my bad. Honoring Glory talks about living for the glory of Jesus, the resurrecting God, who we can lay our fears down before, knowing that He is with us and fighting for us in every chapter of our history. Well, that's it for this week. Come back next week for 5 more releases. If you like what you saw in this video, please subscribe. I put out videos every Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Also, if you have any thoughts on today's releases or what I may have said about them, let me know down in the comments below. Also in the comments, you can let me know if there's any awesome releases today that came out. Any awesome releases that came out today that you want to see in next week's video. Also, while I'm on the subject of requests, I feel like I should mention a week from tomorrow is Autism Awareness Day, and I would like to do an Autism Awareness Day Q&A. So if you have any autism-related questions for me that you would like to have answered in the upcoming video that comes out a week from tomorrow, just let me know down in the comments below. Also, check out the playlist section for my Music Muffin Themes playlist, available here on YouTube and also on Spotify. And this month's edition of the playlist, which this edition of the playlist is out for the whole week this week, but shortly before my video drops next week, there's going to be a new edition of the playlist for April, so you can go and check that out when that's out. But until then, hope you enjoyed this month's playlist featuring songs from artists like Corey Asbury, Trip Wee, Swoop, Mosaic MSC, and others. So go and check that out if you're interested. Well, go now. See you next week.